You're a summoner? That's the weakest class in the world. The moment Lin Xiao awakened his class, everyone laughed at him. His rival called him trash. No team wanted him. No one believed he could clear a dungeon. Even a normal combat class was considered better than becoming a summoner. But they had no idea. Lin Xiao had awakened a unique S-tier talent. A talent so powerful that nobody else in the world could ever obtain it. Every single day, he gains a brand new S-rank talent. His first summon was just a tiny skeleton. Weak, pathetic, worthless. But after receiving an S-rank talent, it evolved into a terrifying Death Knight. A monster capable of slaughtering entire armies. Then his slime gained the power of endless evolution through devouring. His goblin became a master of legendary weapons. And that was only the beginning. While other people struggled to make one summon stronger, Lin Xiao gave countless S-rank talents to all of his summons. Every day they evolved. Every day they grew stronger. Every day they became more terrifying. Geniuses, prodigies, heroes, none of them could even defeat his weakest summon. Then the abyss descended upon the world. Demon gods appeared. Ancient monsters awakened. Even the gods themselves looked down upon humanity. But when humanity stood on the edge of extinction, one man stepped forward. Behind him stood an army powerful enough to shake heaven and earth. An army of death knights, ancient beasts, divine creatures, and beings powerful enough to rival gods. The world finally realized one terrifying truth. The strongest army was never an army. The strongest kingdom was never a kingdom. It was one summoner, and his summons. This is the story of Lin Xiao, the summoner who turned the weakest class into the strongest existence in the world. Week 1 8-hour video will be uploaded. All novels uploaded here are completed, so you will get a full story without searching or waiting. I have listened to the translated version on web, and there are no major problems with translation. If you want Chinese novel translated, give me the original name of the novel and I will respond to your request as soon as possible. Please make sure your request is on the latest video. If you hear this "do" sound in the novel, it means either question mark or some space is left, like getting materials or experience gain there more but not shown. If after a name is used and after there is silence, it means exclamation marks were used as in shock. I don't know if this will happen in recorded one, but it happened in web version. Chapter 239. Reset all skills? Lin Xiao's eyes widened in shock upon seeing the description of the Snow Girl doll's new talent. Reset all skills. Meaning that after the Snow Girl doll uses up all her skills, she can reset them and use them again. And the number of resets is as high as 5 times. That's terrifying. Who can withstand over 100 forbidden curses carpet bombing them? Lin Xiao exclaimed. Now the Snow Girl doll had truly become a massive killing weapon, starting every fight with a forbidden curse. However, Glazed Ice Heart also has a special restriction. The Snow Girl doll cannot acquire talents, skills, or power outside of the ice element in the future, or this talent will disappear immediately. This means the Snow Girl doll is now a pure ice element summoned beast. Snow Girl doll. Talents: Ice God's Blessing, Prismatic Rank. Glazed Ice Heart, Prismatic Rank. Divine Descent of Frost, S rank. Lin Xiao couldn't help but smile contentedly as he looked at the shining talents. If he returned to the Ice Snow Queen's palace now, he would definitely let the Ice and Snow Queen taste who the real Ice and Snow Queen was. He closed the information panel, and at that moment, a notification sound rang in Lin Xiao's ear. Achievement: Prismatic Collector. Triggered. Obtained special equipment. Scythe of the Death God. Undead exclusive weapon. Prismatic Collector? Lin Xiao was stunned. This achievement was obtained upon receiving the 3rd Prismatic Rank talent. Chapter 111. After that, for every 3 Prismatic Rank talents obtained, a special weapon would be awarded. So this special weapon is exclusive to summoned beasts? Lin Xiao looked at the newly acquired equipment. The Scythe of the Death God. Scythe of the Death God. Undead exclusive. Undead damage increased by 100%. When attacking, there is a certain probability of triggering the instant death effect. It can actually trigger the instant death effect. Lin Xiao couldn't help but widen his eyes. He had only seen the instant death effect in the evil dragon's curse. He never expected this weapon to possess such a rare effect. This is an instant kill. Lin Xiao immediately handed this equipment to the Death Knight. He was an undead summoned beast, and he hadn't changed equipment in a long time. This item was perfect for him. Scythe of the Death God equipment complete. Detected that Death Knight possesses the talents Death Ripple and Soul Siphon, triggering the Scythe of the Death God's special effects. Scythe of the Death God. Effect 1, Undead. When killing a target, transform the target into an undead zombie for subservience. Effect 2, Wraith. When killing a target, actively absorb the target's soul. The soul can be used to strengthen one's own skills and attributes. Lin Xiao was stunned upon seeing the effects derived from the Scythe of the Death God. Is too strong. Combined with the Death Knight's Death Ripple, wouldn't this easily create a large number of undead zombies? Moreover, the absorbed soul can strengthen the user without conflicting with Soul Siphon. This is the most unexpected gain. Lin Xiao was extremely satisfied. However, he didn't stop there but looked at the Death Knight's 2 SSS rank talents. Death Ripple, Soul Siphon. He still had 5 talents remaining, enough to upgrade another SSS rank talent to Prismatic rank. After thinking for a while, Lin Xiao decided to upgrade Death Ripple first. Death Ripple has a powerful life reduction effect and can play a huge role in combat. All 5 talents were melted down and then injected into Death Ripple. Light shone brightly, and then a notification sound rang in Lin Xiao's ear. Obtain talent, Sigh of the Death God, Prismatic rank. Sigh of the Death God. The user forms a special sigh within a 50-meter radius. Enemies within the sigh's range lose 15% of their maximum HP per second. Fixed damage value is 10,000 asterisk level. Has a chance to trigger the instant death effect. Note: cannot trigger this talent without the Scythe of the Death God. The range hasn't changed. The life reduction increased by 5%, and the fixed damage instantly quintupled. Lin Xiao exclaimed. 10,000 damage X level. The Death Knight is currently level 40, meaning Sigh of the Death God can deal a fixed 400,000 damage to enemies. This is enough to instantly kill many small monsters, and even some low HP bosses. And it also comes with a powerful instant death effect. 2 words. Monstrously overpowered. My luck is explosive. The Scythe of the Death God came at the perfect time. Lin Xiao got up from the bathtub, dried himself and put on his clothes. If he hadn't obtained the Scythe of the Death God, upgrading the Death Knight's talent to Prismatic rank would have been unusable. Walking out of the bathroom, Lin Xiao saw Lin Yao had returned. She was tidying clothes in the room and humming a song. Where are you preparing to go? Lin Xiao suddenly asked. Wah! Lin Yao was startled by Lin Xiao's sudden question. You scared me to death. Why do you walk so silently? After glaring at Lin Xiao, she proudly said, Of course I'm preparing for a performance. I'm already a debut singer now, considered a small star. After finishing her proud statement, she let out a soft hum. Debut? Lin Xiao was startled and quickly asked, Didn't you just prepare for the final interview a few days ago? Even if you passed the interview, don't you still need training? How did you debut right away? You haven't been tricked, have you? Are they planning to sell you? This was simply too fast. No way. They are a powerful major company, not some shady outfit. Plus, the agent I'm dealing with is a woman and treats me very well. I won't suffer any losses. Lin Yao said this while tidying her clothes. Lin Xiao still couldn't understand. But this is too fast. Don't you think about whether this is normal? Lin Yao paused, thought for a moment and muttered. Now that you mention it, it does seem a bit fast. After I passed the interview, they signed me directly and said I could debut without training. She knew that company singers usually needed 2.5 years of practice. There were indeed no cases like hers where someone signed and debuted immediately. Lin Xiao, see? I told you something was wrong. Lin Yao was unconvinced and refuted Lin Xiao's statement, saying, they all said I have high talent in singing. The moment I opened my mouth, they were conquered and let me debut immediately. Isn't that perfectly normal? Lin Xiao suspected that he lacked musical sensibility. Lin Yao clearly sang like a wailing ghost, yet she managed to pass interview after interview. And in the end, she genuinely achieved a lightning-fast debut. He felt this was extremely unscientific. Suddenly, Lin Xiao remembered something and immediately activated the abyssal eye to look at Lin Yao. Her class information immediately appeared before his eyes. Lin Yao, class, remix lector. Lin Xiao. What the heck is a remix lector? How is it completely different from the previous ones? Lin Xiao was completely dumbfounded seeing a class he had never encountered before. Chapter 240. Remix lector. What kind of class is this again? Lin Xiao was completely bewildered. This was entirely different from what he had expected. What's wrong with you? Seeing Lin Xiao in a daze, Lin Yao couldn't help but shake him. Lin Xiao came back to his senses and asked, didn't you sing the song I recommended to you during your audition? Yes. Lin Yao nodded. Yes. I did sing the one you recommended. But then the interviewer asked me to try other styles. So I sang a few more songs you had recommended before. At this point, Lin Yao became excited. You know what? Because the interviewer knew I could sing different styles, they signed me on the spot and even said I could debut directly, calling me a once-in-a-century superstar singer. Lin Yao was very proud. She had finally made a name for herself. She sang all of them. So, is this why the remix lector appeared? So Lin Yao is a combat class now? Thinking this, Lin Xiao directly asked her for confirmation. After you signed the contract, did you feel like you gained something? Gained what? Lin Yao was confused, not quite understanding Lin Xiao's meaning. I mean, did your class gain any extra skills or talents? Are you stupid? How could a lifestyle class have extra skills and talents? Lin Yao glanced at her information. There was only one talent, music talent. This is inherent to awakening a lifestyle class. For example, a blacksmith would have metal identification, and a gardener would have pruning and other talents that fit the class. It allows you to adapt to your lifestyle class more quickly. No extra talents, and it seems Lin Yao doesn't even know her class has become remix lector. Could it be that only I can see it? Lin Xiao mumbled, unable to figure out the problem. What are you mumbling about? Shouldn't you be happy that I successfully debuted? Lin Yao saw Lin Xiao's expression, which showed no hint of congratulation. Of course I'm happy, but you're debuting right after signing, and you'll be performing, so my happiness has turned into worry. Lin Xiao sighed. He couldn't find any problems himself, so he could only hand over the hope of investigation to the god of fun, hoping she could find something. Lin Yao didn't respond to Lin Xiao's words but changed the subject. Guess what my stage name is? What is it? I told you to guess. I can't guess. Humph. Boring. Lin Yao pushed Lin Xiao away and continued to pack her clothes. Then, Miss Lin Yao, the big star, please tell me, what is your stage name? Seeing Lin Xiao's playful look, Lin Yao couldn't help but laugh. Xiao Yao. Xiao Yao. Lin Xiao's expression became a bit strange. Using both our names as a stage name? What are you thinking? It's the Xiao Yao from Carefree Travel. Just a homophone, Lin Yao explained. And you've always supported me, so I'm letting you share a little bit of the glory. She remembered the days when Lin Xiao would accompany her to practice singing whenever he had time. If not for his support, she probably wouldn't have become a singer and successfully debuted. So, when choosing her stage name, she included his name. Support. Hearing Lin Yao say this, Lin Xiao felt a bit embarrassed. He had always been opposed to it, but he hadn't explicitly said so. Just then, Lin Yao's phone rang. It was her agent calling. I can't talk anymore. I'm leaving now. When my album comes out, you absolutely have to buy it. Got it. With that, Lin Xiao grabbed her luggage and rushed out the door. Lin Xiao stood by the window and saw a black sedan. A woman stood by the car door, waiting for Lin Xiao to come downstairs. At this moment, she noticed Lin Xiao at the window and waved at him kindly. It's good that she has something to do and doesn't have to stay home all day, but her class is still a problem. Lin Xiao shook his head, no longer thinking about it. He would see if the god of fun had any progress later. After resting at home for a day, Lin Xiao returned to Imperial Capital University. He planned to ask Yao Tianyi for leave to go to Eastern Peak to find Forging God Mountain. Before asking for leave, he returned to the temple dormitory. Qin Chuan was not out yet. He was still in his awakening dungeon. Afterward, he directly entered the temple dungeon to farm for the sanctuary core. The sanctuary core is the key ticket to enter the God's Assembly Hall dungeon, accessed via the sanctuary compass. However, Lin Xiao had previously received a divine exemption as a reward, so he didn't need to use the compass to enter the God's Assembly Hall. He could just submit the sanctuary core to enter directly. Upon entering the temple dungeon, Lin Xiao immediately summoned the Snow Girl doll. As soon as the starry sky filth appeared, she cast a forbidden curse, instantly wiping them out. It didn't even take 10 seconds, and that included the casting time for the forbidden curse. Afterward, Lin Xiao summoned the Death Knight, who looked much more imposing than before, wielding the Scythe of the Death God. Scythe of the Death God was released, completely different from the previous Death Ripple and Killing Intent Fluctuation. It was no longer a wave but a mist, like the breath exhaled by the Death God. The Death Knight charged into the starry sky filth horde. Scythe of the Death God was then released, instantly taking out a large number of starry sky filth, and then, under the power of the Scythe of the Death God, transforming them into undead zombies. The numbers instantly reversed, leaving the elite starry sky filth bewildered. How were the enemy's numbers growing the more they fought? Lin Xiao advanced quickly, reaching the 350th floor in the blink of an eye. Let's stop here for now. 2 sanctuary cores should be enough. Putting away the sanctuary cores, Lin Xiao looked into the depths of the dungeon and muttered. As the floors get higher, the monsters here have more and more health. These are just ordinary monsters. I wonder if this dungeon has an end. After a brief thought, Lin Xiao left the temple dungeon and then went directly to find Yao Tianyi. You found a way to cure the heart of curse? Yao Tianyi excitedly grabbed Lin Xiao's arm, confirming. He had previously promised to help Lin Xiao find a cure, but then a war broke out in the west, and after the war subsided, there were various aftermaths to deal with, so he temporarily put Lin Xiao's matter aside. And today, hearing Lin Xiao say he had found a cure, how could he not be excited? I'm not sure if it will work, so I came to ask for leave. No problem. Yao Tianyi immediately decided, after all, Lin Xiao was his only student, and he was the one who decided how long he could take off. Where are you going to treat the heart of curse? Do you need me to go with you? Lin Xiao shook his head, declining Yao Tianyi's kind offer. No need, I can go by myself. I'm looking for a dungeon called Forging God Mountain. Teacher, do you have any information? Chapter 241. After passing through several consecutive teleportation arrays, Lin Xiao arrived at the central city of the Eastern Peak Yueqing. The Eastern Peak consists mostly of mountain ranges, and many cities are built along the mountains, creating a very unique landscape. Lin Xiao did not have time to appreciate the unique scenery and topography here. After arriving in Yueqing, he immediately went straight to the Yueqing headquarters of the Adventurers Association. My teacher said there is a special dungeon here. If you enter it, you can obtain a piece of epic-grade equipment. Perhaps that is the Forging God Mountain. Lin Xiao recalled the information he had gathered from Yao Tianyi when he requested leave. Entering the special dungeon allows one to obtain a piece of epic-grade equipment, which clearly points to Old Goat's Forging God Mountain. Old Goat is, after all, the god of forging. He has crafted countless pieces of equipment. He probably doesn't even value epic-grade equipment. However, the teacher doesn't know the exact location of the Forging God Mountain, so I still need to inquire. Lin Xiao went directly to the quest hall. Here, one can check all the dungeon information discovered in the Eastern Peak, and it is also the best place to gather news. Keyword search: epic grade equipment. With so many dungeons, Lin Xiao naturally wasn't foolish enough to search through them one by one. He immediately retrieved the information using the keyword. Since he knew that the Forging God Mountain yields epic grade equipment, searching this keyword was clearly the most appropriate action. Sure enough, upon entering the keyword, a lot of information about the mysterious dungeon popped up. 20 years ago, a warrior named Li Xiao discovered the mysterious dungeon inside the Between Mountains and Rivers dungeon. After entering, he picked up an epic grade weapon by the roadside. From then on, he cleared dungeons like a dragon, surpassing his peers in the blink of an eye, leaving later generations far behind. 45 years ago, a Guardian-class professional named Wu discovered the mysterious dungeon while clearing the Meteorite Cliff dungeon. Upon entering, he heard hammering sounds inside a cave and saw a dark figure holding a hammer, seemingly forging iron. When the figure noticed him, he quickly grabbed a piece of armor to block the attack and managed to escape. 75 years ago, a mage unintentionally stumbled into the mysterious dungeon while clearing the calamity of the Mountain Hawk dungeon and received a gift. 110 years ago, someone discovered the mysterious dungeon, where entering guaranteed an epic grade equipment, sparking a frenzy to find it. A search people have not abandoned even today. The records only go back 100 years. There are no relevant records after that. Although the records are sparse, it is certain that the Forging God Mountain can be found. However, Lin Xiao noticed that these recorded materials did not document how they entered the mysterious dungeon. It wasn't fixed that they would definitely encounter it in a specific dungeon. The mysterious dungeon seemed to appear randomly and always by chance. If it's random, then it truly is like searching for a needle in a haystack. Lin Xiao immediately found himself in a predicament. The Eastern Peak has numerous dungeons, and he couldn't possibly clear them all one by one. Furthermore, the Forging God Mountain dungeon appears randomly, so there's no guarantee that just because you enter this dungeon, it won't appear again in the same one. I have top-secret news that confirms the location where the mysterious dungeon appears. A voice, lowered significantly, entered Lin Xiao's ears. They discovered the Forging God Mountain? Lin Xiao immediately pricked up his ears and listened carefully. The person looked around and replied in a low, hoarse voice, "You must be joking. The mysterious dungeon appears randomly. How could there be a fixed location for it to show up? Do I look like I'm joking? Someone has already figured out the pattern." The person giving the news looked at the flow of people walking back and forth and said, "There are too many ears here. Follow me." The two went to a corner of a secluded small shop, sat down, and the informant continued speaking. The group from the Mysterious Society has figured out the pattern. The mysterious dungeon appears earlier each time, and this time, it falls within this time period. The earliest records are from 110 years ago, then 75 years ago, 45 years ago, and 20 years ago. Haven't you noticed the pattern in this? No. The time the mysterious dungeon appears has moved up each time. Calculating based on this, the next appearance of the mysterious dungeon is right now, in this time period. Upon hearing this, the man thought for a moment, his pupils gradually widening, and he shouted excitedly, "That's actually true! Damn it! Keep your voice down." The informant glared at him irritably. Right. He quickly lowered his head and suppressed his voice. So, the people who study the occult also calculated the location where the mysterious dungeon will appear? At this point, he felt confused again and asked, "Since you know the location of the mysterious dungeon, why did you specifically come to tell me?" "As far as I know, the mysterious dungeon seems to only allow one person to enter," the informant said grumpily. "The mysterious dungeon is hidden within another dungeon. Do you think I have the ability to solo a dungeon? I only came specifically to tell you and invite you to team up because you're my good brother." The man suddenly realized, "Okay, but how should we divide the spoils once the mysterious dungeon is found?" After it's found, it's every man for himself. If you don't agree, I'll go find someone else. The man thought for a moment and nodded in agreement. Fine. So, which dungeon is the mysterious dungeon hidden in? Fairy Forest. Fairy Forest? The man was startled. That's a dungeon that only level 40 professionals can enter, and the dungeon difficulty is very high. Even for the normal difficulty, there aren't additional dungeon difficulty requirements, are there? No, even normal difficulty is fine. The informant took a sip of the wine he ordered and continued. The difficulty of Fairy Forest is a bit high, which coincidentally prevents others from trying to enter. There are others? The man was surprised. Did you think I was the only team? I got this news from the Mysterious Society, so others must know about it too, but not many. So you absolutely must not tell anyone else this news and increase our competition. The informant felt like he had found an idiot for a teammate. Being an idiot isn't bad. At least he's easy to deceive. The man made a zipping motion over his mouth with his hand. Don't worry. My lips are sealed. Good. Fairy Forest. Lin Xiao secretly made a note of this dungeon. His luck was good. He heard news about the Forging God Mountain as soon as he arrived, though he didn't know how accurate it was. Whether it's true or false, there's no harm in going once. Lin Xiao decided to go and check it out, as he currently had no other leads. The people from the Mysterious Society actually researched the pattern of Forging God Mountain's appearance. It sounds plausible. I wonder if it's real, especially since they even know the specific dungeon. Lin Xiao mumbled while drinking the cola he ordered. He just didn't know if this Mysterious Society truly had ability, or if they were just a bunch of scammers. I'll go wait by the entrance of the Fairy Forest dungeon and see when they go in. Lin Xiao was about to leave when suddenly a hand pressed down on his shoulder, pushing him back onto his seat. Kid, you eavesdropped on quite a bit, didn't you? It was the informant from earlier. Lin Xiao glanced at him and said indifferently, I don't know what you're talking about. I just came here to drink a glass of cola. Drinking cola? The informant, a hoe, exerted slight pressure, a fierce look appearing on his face. You've been following us since the beginning. Did you think I wouldn't notice? Coincidence. Coincidence? Do you take me for a 3-year-old? Lin Xiao finished the cola in his cup, stood up immediately, and broke free from the man's suppression. Nearly falling over. Isn't it? If you're unhappy, you can try to attack me directly. With that, Lin Xiao left directly without even sparing them a glance. The informant stared grimly at Lin Xiao. He dared not make a move because this was the Adventurers Association, where professionals were forbidden from fighting, or they would face severe punishment. Brother Gua, what should we do? He knows the location of the mysterious dungeon. Don't worry, it's just one extra team. When the time comes, we'll make sure he dies without even knowing how. Chapter 242. Because there was no exact time, Lin Xiao could only wait here in the dungeon hall, waiting for those 2 people to enter the dungeon before following them in. This wait lasted 3 days. On the 3rd day, Lin Xiao saw the team of the 2 people who had exchanged information earlier. As they were discussing something and preparing to enter, a gaze swept over. It was the man who had threatened him, named Brother Gua. He just gave a cold smile in this direction and entered the dungeon. Just as Lin Xiao was preparing to move, he suddenly saw 4 or 5 teams entering the same dungeon together. Are there that many people competing together? Lin Xiao was not surprised to see these teams. After all, the information was not top secret. It originated from the Mysterious Society, so it was not strange that others knew about it. However, looking at the teams streaming in, Lin Xiao couldn't help but frown. Isn't this information known by too many people? After Brother Gua's team entered, another 20 teams subsequently went in, meaning there were 80 people. I feel like this information is about to become common knowledge. Lin Xiao couldn't help but shake his head. While waiting, he counted roughly, and astonishingly, 35 teams entered the Fairy Forest. And this was the first time Lin Xiao had experienced a dungeon that required queuing to enter. The difficulty was naturally the highest difficulty, nightmare level. After all, since it was only a level 40 dungeon, the nightmare level was almost the same as the normal level for him. Sunlight pierced through the layers of branches and leaves, casting dappled shadows as Lin Xiao arrived in a forest. This forest was different from any he had seen. Towering ancient trees rose from the ground, their trunks thick and covered in moss, and vines hung down from the branches, interwoven and tangled, giving the impression of millennia of existence. However, there was not just one such ancient tree in the forest. All of them were like this. I hope my abyssal eye can find the location of Forging God Mountain. Forging God Mountain is similar in nature to the God's Assembly Hall, and he feared the abyssal eye might not be able to see through it. Summoning the Snow Girl doll to accompany him, Lin Xiao ventured deeper into the forest. Since the unknown factors were uncertain and he needed to search slowly, there was no need to ride the nine-tailed celestial fox. The Snow Girl doll suddenly released cold air, condensing an ice cone that shot directly toward a fairy that appeared in the distance. It was just an ordinary ice cone, merely her basic attack, not even counting as a skill, yet it instantly froze the surrounding area within 1,000 meters. Successfully killed Light Fairy. EXP plus 10,000. Successfully killed Light Fairy. EXP plus 10,000. Successfully killed Fire Fairy. EXP plus 10,000. You obtained Fairy Powder *80. Watching the area damage caused by the Snow Girl doll, and hearing the continuous kill notifications in his ear, Lin Xiao was stunned for a moment before saying, "Isn't this a bit exaggerated?" Killing one resulted in the complete elimination of a whole area. Light Fairy Death Rattle triggered. Your light resistance minus 1%. Fire Fairy Death Rattle triggered. Your fire resistance minus 1%. The fairy's death rattle effect continuously activated. Lin Xiao glanced at his debuff, finding his light resistance was minus 10%, and fire resistance was minus 6%. Every time a fairy was killed, he gained an additional layer of debuff, and it was cumulative. In other words, when Lin Xiao was hit by a light attribute attack, he would take an extra 10% damage. No wonder they said this dungeon was a bit tricky. It truly is. Lin Xiao finally understood where the tricky difficulty of this dungeon lay. However, he didn't care. He continued searching for the location of Forging God Mountain, leaving the monster clearing to the Snow Girl doll. Half an hour later, Lin Xiao reached the middle section of the forest, where he could already encounter elite monsters. Lin Xiao glanced at the debuffs on him and fell into contemplation. Light resistance minus 110%. Fire resistance minus 90%. Wind resistance minus 85%. Water resistance minus 45%. Dark resistance minus 30%. If I keep killing, won't these stats go through the roof? He had thick HP, nearly 500,000 health points, but the Snow Girl doll didn't. Taking a hit would be very painful for her. Taking out a purification potion, Lin Xiao drank it. Affected by the ancient forest tree. Status cannot be removed. Still unable to remove it? Lin Xiao was surprised. This was a high-grade purification potion, yet it had no effect. Just then, the abyssal eye gave a prompt. Hidden dungeon discovered. Found it. Lin Xiao was immediately delighted. Following the guidance, he walked over and found a hidden tree hole interwoven with vines. That's the place. Quickly clearing away the vines, a teleportation gate immediately appeared before his eyes. Lin Xiao didn't hesitate and immediately walked inside. The scene changed rapidly. When the view before him stabilized, Lin Xiao saw himself standing on a patch of grass. Before he could search for Forging God Mountain, an abrupt voice reached his ears. The news is true after all. Those people from the mysterious society are awesome. Lin Xiao looked over. It was the team that had entered the fairy forest earlier. Other people had arrived here too. Subsequently, 2 or 3 more flashes of light appeared, the light of the teleportation gate, and 2 or 3 more teams arrived at this location. Seeing Lin Xiao and the other teams, they immediately showed hostility. After all, the mysterious dungeon can only be entered once. It closes afterward, so they were all competitors and naturally wouldn't give them a friendly look. 10 minutes later, Lin Xiao watched the growing crowd and couldn't help but frown. Is the hidden map that easy to find? Almost all the teams are here. All the teams he had seen were here. Moreover, the number was still increasing, already close to 100 people. Just then, a loud voice came from the front, drawing everyone's attention. Everyone, please look this way. I have something to say. It's the scholar from the mysterious society. Someone recognized the man before them. He is Xia Yingbai of the mysterious society. Why is he here? Did you forget? The news came from within the mysterious society. Since the mysterious dungeon offers a free epic-grade equipment, how could they possibly give up this opportunity? If they are all eyeing the epic-grade equipment, why would they spread the news? I don't get it. That's where you don't understand. Where there are people, there is Jianghu. Besides, the mysterious society isn't just 4 people. There are many members inside, and they aren't all aligned, so it's not surprising that the news spread. So what are they trying to do now? I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. Everyone was very curious about what the mysterious society intended to do and waited for the man's next words. Seeing everyone quiet down, Xia Yingbai continued, everyone here must be aiming for the epic-grade equipment from the mysterious dungeon. I can assure you, this is the mysterious dungeon. You're lying. The mysterious dungeon can only be entered by one person. How can this be the mysterious dungeon? Someone immediately raised an objection. Don't rush, everyone. Do you see the ancient tree behind me? The mysterious dungeon is behind that ancient tree. Xia Yingbai pointed at the towering ancient tree behind him and continued. And this place is an empty dungeon temporarily set up by our mysterious society using special means. To enter the mysterious dungeon, you only need to pass through the ancient tree. However, Xia Yingbai paused, a smile curving the corner of his mouth. If you want to go in, you need to pay a toll fee. Chapter 243. Toll? Have the people of your mysterious society gone insane? You have the audacity to ask us for a toll? That's wishful thinking. Ridiculous. We can just kill you and pass through. Why bother with all this trouble? Stupid. Idiots. Did you leak the news just to collect a toll? Can you even collect it? Can you afford to collect it? You're simply courting death. As soon as Xia Yingbai spoke, it stirred up public outrage, but he didn't care. He still wore a smile on his face, and only spoke calmly once they had finished their tirade. As I said, the place you are currently in is a section of a dungeon created by our mysterious society using special methods. Since we could create it, we can also destroy it at any time. If it is destroyed, you will also. Xia Yingbai did not finish his sentence, but everyone's expressions had already turned grim. If the dungeon were destroyed, they would also not survive. There is only one slot to enter the mysterious dungeon, and there are so many of us here. So how do you plan to collect the toll? Highest bidder wins? Your mysterious society truly knows how to scheme. A bald man spoke coldly, clearly having already agreed to Xia Yingbai's absurd condition of collecting a toll. They were all in the same boat now. If anyone disagreed with the toll, the others would probably kill him first, rather than killing Xia Yingbai. That is naturally impossible. Xia Yingbai smiled slightly. Everyone understands the temptation of epic-grade equipment. Highest bidder wins would inevitably lead to unnecessary bloodshed, and our mysterious society absolutely cannot do such a thing. Therefore, we will only charge the cost of one legendary grade material or an item of equivalent value. Upon hearing this, everyone frowned. Only charging for one legendary grade material could be considered quite cheap. After all, one legendary grade material could be exchanged for a piece of epic grade equipment. No matter how they calculated it, it seemed like a great deal. But would such a huge windfall really fall from the sky? Ignoring everyone's doubts, Xia Yingbai continued, you don't need to worry about the slots. Everyone has a chance. The ancient tree behind me is connected to the mysterious dungeon. Entering the mysterious dungeon allows one to obtain a piece of epic-grade equipment. But what you may not know is that entering the mysterious dungeon does not guarantee 100% acquisition of epic-grade equipment. You will also encounter danger. 45 years ago, Wu Kai was attacked in the mysterious dungeon. He managed to survive and obtain a piece of epic-grade equipment. Later, we found him through special methods and learned about the situation back then. Only by obtaining epic-grade equipment inside can one leave. If you don't obtain it, you will die inside. This is why there is a rumor that you are 100% guaranteed to get a piece of epic-grade equipment. Everyone who went in and came out obtained epic-grade equipment. Those who went in and couldn't come out were naturally not included in the statistics, so the probability of acquisition was naturally 100%. Xia Yingbai paused, waiting for them to digest what he had just said. A moment later he continued, "Once you pay the toll—" "Oh no, the ticket fee, you can directly enter the mysterious dungeon. Of course, since we are collecting your ticket fee, we can certainly guarantee your safety." Xia Yingbai took out a special crystal. "After you receive your ticket, I will give you a return crystal. Trigger it immediately if you encounter danger, and it will take you out of the dungeon." Xia Yingbai glanced around at everyone, seeing the expressions and reactions on their faces. Feeling that they understood the rules, he stepped away from the ancient tree behind him. The ancient tree's vines immediately parted, revealing a portal. Those who wish to enter should purchase a ticket first. Only one person can enter at a time. Only after the previous person fails can the next person enter. Of course, if someone obtains the epic-grade equipment, the door of the ancient tree will never open again, and everyone else can leave directly. Therefore, first come, first served, everyone. The final excited and loud shout did not incite a frenzy among the crowd, but rather a bout of silence. A dungeon that requires level 40 to enter. Those who reached this level were not fools. They vaguely sensed this was a trap specifically designed to deceive them. "I'll go first." The bald man was the first to step out. He took out the legendary grade material he had recently acquired and tossed it to Xia Yingbai, saying coldly, "If you deceive me, I will definitely make your mysterious society repay it twofold once I get out." Xia Yingbai kept his smile. "We won't. Our mysterious society is just a small organization and cannot afford to offend any of you great lords. We just wanted to collect a small fee, as research cannot operate without funding. Please understand." "Humph." The bald man snorted coldly and walked into the ancient tree's portal. After he entered, the vines wrapped around the tree hole again, preventing others from entering. At this moment, Lin Xiao stood in the crowd, trying to use the abyssal eye to see the secrets behind the ancient tree. Unfortunately, he couldn't see anything. It only displayed the 4 characters. Hidden dungeon. 1 minute later, the ancient tree's vines opened again. He failed. "The second person can enter now," Xia Yingbai said. 2 or 3 minutes later, a woman finally walked out. "I'll go." She did not have a legendary grade material, so she substituted it with some rare materials to get a ticket. She entered, and the ancient tree's vines closed again. This time she stayed inside longer, a full 2 or 3 minutes, before the ancient tree's vines opened again. What a pity. If she could have held out a little longer, she might have been able to obtain the epic grade equipment. Xia Yingbai sighed. "What do you mean by that?" Someone felt there was a hidden meaning in his words. Xia Yingbai didn't hide it, saying, "You all surely don't think you can just walk in and pick up a piece of epic grade equipment for free, right? There are no free lunches in this world. A trial is required. The longer you hold out, the more recognition you receive from the opponent, and the higher the probability of obtaining epic grade equipment." Upon hearing this, everyone felt it made some sense. Just walking in and getting epic grade equipment sounded a bit far-fetched. Moreover, the lingering rumors suggested there were creatures inside the mysterious dungeon, and danger would be encountered. "I'll go." A young warrior paid the fee and strode swiftly into the ancient tree's portal. In less than 30 seconds, the closed vines opened once again. Holy crap! That speed is too fast. It's already over. Everyone was shocked by the speed of the young warrior. A shameful piece of trash. I'll go. After receiving the ticket, a man with a hooked nose looked at the crowd behind him and said arrogantly, "The epic-grade equipment from the mysterious dungeon is mine now. There's no need for you to wait here. Go back where you came from." Having said that, he strode in and disappeared from everyone's sight. Chapter 244. More and more people were willing to try. Since they were already here and epic-grade equipment was right before their eyes, how could they not give it a shot? Lin Xiao wasn't in a hurry to go. He felt this was a trap specifically designed to trick them out of materials. Passing through the tree hole would only lead them out of the dungeon, not connect to Forging God Mountain at all. Forging God Mountain is at least on the same level as God's Assembly Hall. How could a dungeon created by humans casually connect to it? After realizing this, Lin Xiao was basically certain that the people from the mysterious society were a bunch of scammers. However, to trick so many professionals at once, they probably planned to run away immediately after this scam, making themselves untraceable. An hour later, only 7 or 8 people remained, including Lin Xiao. "Xiaoying Bai, you guys aren't scammers, are you?" So many people went in, yet not a single one succeeded. Someone raised a question. It was too outrageous that over 100 people all failed. Xiaoying Bai's lips curved upward, a smile still on his face. In over 100 years, only a handful of people have ever obtained epic-grade equipment from a mysterious dungeon. We only have a little over 100 people here. So isn't failure perfectly normal? A woman's face sank, and she said coldly, "So you knew it would definitely fail, and deliberately told us the news just to trick us out of our materials?" These words immediately drew angry glares from the remaining people, except for Lin Xiao. "You can't say that. Our diviner spent a lot of materials to deduce this location. Charging you some ticket fees isn't excessive, is it? Moreover," Xiaoying Bai looked at them mockingly and continued, "If your strength is insufficient and you can't pass the trial, who is to blame? You." The woman immediately became furious. Xiaoying Bai ignored their anger and said indifferently, "Do you still want to take a gamble? If not, you can buy an item from me to leave, for the cost of 2 legendary grade materials." 2 legendary grade materials? You really dare to speak? Xiaoying Bai shrugged indifferently, leaning against the ancient tree, looking as if he had them cornered. 10 minutes later, the remaining people still went in to try. Going in to gamble only cost 1 legendary grade material, while leaving directly required 2 legendary grade materials. Even a fool would know what to choose. It was Lin Xiao's turn. He was the last one and also paid the fee. Even though he knew they were a bunch of scammers, he still wanted to see what was behind it. Mainly, he wanted to see what tricks they were playing. This section of the dungeon was built by them, and they had the right to destroy it. This method was enough to threaten everyone into handing over their belongings. But they only scammed 1 legendary grade material, which made Lin Xiao curious. Perhaps there were other secrets behind it. That's why he exchanged a legendary grade material for a ticket, to see what was behind it. "Good luck, last challenger." Xiaoying Bai smiled at Lin Xiao, offering his blessing. "My luck has always been good." Lin Xiao responded indifferently, then entered the teleportation gate. The scene switched rapidly. Before Lin Xiao's vision fully recovered, he heard a notification sound by his ear. "Talent, Oath of Darkness, effect triggered. What's going on? He can summon a Death Knight now. Is he a summoner? Who cares what he is? Just get him." After the notification sound, there was a burst of noisy voices. His vision gradually returned, and Lin Xiao saw a group of fierce-looking professionals holding weapons, surrounding him. His gaze swept around, seeing blood and fallen bodies. They were the few people who had entered last. Seeing this scene, Lin Xiao immediately understood. They were specifically luring people here to kill them and steal their belongings. No wonder only one person could enter at a time. How could one person be a match for this large group of professionals? The protective crystal in his hand was probably fake too. Moreover, they weren't afraid of being discovered at all, because no one could ever leave this place alive. So it's you, huh? You still don't know that I deliberately leaked the news to you, you idiot. A familiar voice came, and Lin Xiao saw Brother Gua. At this moment, he looked at Lin Xiao with a sneer, his eyes like he was looking at a dead man. Lin Xiao glanced at the professionals here. There were no class-awakened individuals, so he no longer had any reservations. So the news you spread was false? Lin Xiao asked. Brother Gua was stunned for a moment upon hearing this, then burst into laughter. This idiot. He still can't see the situation clearly. He's utterly stupid. Ha ha ha. Everyone present laughed along. Lin Xiao shook his head. Wasting my time. Death Knight? Kill them. A trash professional dares to be arrogant? Everyone, attack. With Brother Gua's command, more than a dozen professionals launched an attack simultaneously. They were already accustomed to such things. The dense attacks almost completely blocked Lin Xiao, cutting off all routes of retreat. Humph! A long and heavy sigh emanated faintly from the endless darkness. Wisps of mist silently appeared in the void, initially thin as gauze, then rapidly spreading and intertwining. The warrior professionals who touched the mist suddenly froze, suspended in midair, a high number floating above their heads, then fell to the ground, lifeless. Sigh of the death god, instant death effect triggered. In just an instant, all the attacking warriors fell to the ground, dead. Kill notifications and loot notifications kept scrolling across the screen. Successfully killed Tian Cho. EXP plus 8,000. Successfully killed Wang and a. EXP plus 8,000. Successfully killed Li Yutian. EXP plus 8,000. You? The mages not far away had just finished their spells. But before they could cast them, the Death Knight had already arrived before them. The scythe of the Death God in its hand slashed down fiercely, reaping their lives like cutting grass. You? Brother Gua was completely dumbfounded. In just an instant, all their people were wiped out. These were professionals at level 40, some even reaching level 50. They actually couldn't defeat a summoner. I was wrong. Please let me go. Before Brother Gua could finish his sentence, his head flew high into the air, then landed on the ground and rolled into the distance. Just as Lin Xiao was about to leave, Xia Yingbai's voice came from behind him. How was the harvest this time? There were a few big fish. Xia Yingbai passed through the teleportation gate and arrived here. When he saw everything before him, he was completely stunned. Bodies lay scattered on the ground. These were his familiar companions. When he saw Lin Xiao turn around, he jumped in fright, completely losing his previous composure, and turned to flee without thinking. Although he didn't know what had happened, everything before him was definitely the work of this man. But at this moment, a scythe was placed at his neck, scaring him into immobility. Lin Xiao's cold voice slowly sounded, "Can you tell me what's going on?" Chapter 245. Although he hadn't figured out the exact situation, upon seeing this scene, Xia Yingbai already understood what had happened. I'll tell you. I'll tell you whatever you ask. Xia Yingbai couldn't even speak properly. He just wanted to survive. It seems you didn't hear my question clearly. The scythe of the Death God leaned forward, its sharp blade sinking into his skin, and blood trickled down, staining the pitch-black blade. I heard it clearly. Xia Yingbai was too terrified to move, afraid that if he moved too much, his head would immediately relocate. We intentionally set up this scheme to lure those professionals here, kill them, and steal their belongings. It's much faster than our previous robberies. We used to be bandits, specializing in attacking professionals, living a life with our heads on our belts. Later, the boss decided to go straight, but going straight required a legitimate name, so we impersonated the Mysterious Society. Wait, no. We should say we founded the Mysterious Society. Lin Xiao raised an eyebrow. Founding the Mysterious Society? Do you bandits even understand how to do something like that? We don't. We don't. Xia Yingbai wanted to shake his head, but remembering the scythe of the death god at his neck, he quickly stopped the thought, afraid of sending himself off. He continued, "We didn't understand it, but we met a very powerful diviner. She is amazing. Her divinations are incredibly accurate. We relied on her ability to establish the mysterious society, and after years of operation, we gradually went straight." The diviner, Xia Yingbai had mentioned this person outside as well. Lin Xiao. "So after you went straight, you became even worse, directly murdering people and robbing them?" "No, we only did it twice. And on the second time we ran into a powerhouse like you." Xia Yingbai felt like crying. The diviner promised they wouldn't be discovered. So how were they completely wiped out during only their second attempt? Lin Xiao roughly understood the sequence of events. They were originally bandits, who used the diviner to establish the mysterious society, then used the diviner's abilities to release information and continuously increase their notoriety. After that, they targeted the mysterious dungeon, using it as a scheme to attract a large number of professionals, whom they would then kill one by one. "So, the location of the mysterious dungeon is fake?" Lin Xiao asked. "No, it's real. The location of the mysterious dungeon is right here," Xia Yingbai quickly replied. "Real?" Lin Xiao was surprised. He pressed, "Where exactly?" "At the end of this dungeon." "I don't know. But I know the mysterious dungeon will definitely appear in the fairy forest, because the diviner divined that. As for the exact location, the diviner still needs to divine it. This divination is extremely special. She said it requires a lot of blood, preferably a blood sacrifice. This perfectly matched our plan, except we raised our target from killing 50 people to over 100. Xia Yingbai spoke incredibly fast, afraid that if his mouth slowed down for even a second, Lin Xiao would slit his throat. Lin Xiao frowned. "Blood sacrifice?" Yes, blood sacrifice. I don't understand anything. I just follow orders." "So the diviner is inside now?" "She's inside. And our boss is inside too." Xia Yingbai spilled everything he knew. He was a bandit by nature. There was no loyalty to speak of. Survival was paramount. "Is your boss a class awakening professional?" "How could that be? If he had class awakening, why would he still be doing this kind of dirty work?" "I understand." Now that he knew enough, it was time to find the diviner. Before Xia Yingbai could finish his sentence, he suddenly felt the world drop and saw Lin Xiao's retreating back. "Strange. I was facing them. So why can I see his back? What is going on?" With a thud, Xia Yingbai's head fell to the ground, his eyes wide open, seemingly still pondering the question he just asked. Facing a person like this, Lin Xiao naturally wouldn't show mercy. Arriving deep within the dungeon, a pungent smell of blood made Lin Xiao frown. Hundreds of corpses were piled up here, their blood already drained and collected into a pool of blood ahead. A woman stood in the center of the pool of blood, a crystal ball floating in front of her, constantly flashing with light, as if predicting something. The diviner. Outside the pool of blood stood a burly man with a tattoo on his back. It was a lifelike tiger head, looking ready to devour someone. "Why are you taking so long this time? Hurry and bring the corpses over. We're running out of blood. And if you delay the diviner's divination, you'll pay the price." The burly man yelled. After yelling, he realized something was wrong. He abruptly turned around and saw Lin Xiao and his death knight. "You killed all my men?" The burly man was greatly shocked. He knew exactly how strong his subordinates were, and facing one enemy, they should have been incapable of fighting back. But now, bang! A powerful fighting spirit erupted from the robust man's body. His constitution suddenly increased several times in size, and he stomped his right foot fiercely, launching an attack toward Lin Xiao. Without needing any command, the Death Knight charged forward, activated the Sigh of the Death God, and fiercely swung the scythe of the Death God in its hand. "Humph, pathetically weak," the robust man sneered, and his strength increased again. But when he stepped into the range of the sigh of the death god, he suddenly felt a bone-chilling coldness. For the first time, he realized what death was. The scythe of the death god swung down simultaneously, cleanly slicing through his chest and instantly taking his life. Although the robust man had reached level 54, he still couldn't withstand a single blow from the Death Knight. Even the sigh of the death god alone was enough to take his life, as it dealt a fixed damage of up to 400,000, and a warrior certainly didn't have that much HP. Successfully killed Dai Haokue. EXP plus 10,000. Acquired. Ice Powder Crystal. Material. *10. Molten Rock Crystal. Material. *20. Demonic Mace. Weapon. *1. Shadow Elf Bow and Arrow. Weapon. *1. These were all good items, mostly legendary grade materials and weapons. How many people did he rob? Lin Xiao couldn't help but exclaim in surprise. This guy had more materials on him than Lin Xiao did. Ignoring Dai Haokue, Lin Xiao looked at the woman standing in the center of the pool of blood, the diviner. Everything that just happened seemed not to affect her. She was still fully focused on her divination. Looking at the defenseless diviner, Lin Xiao wondered whether he should deal with her, but she was currently divining the location of Forging God Mountain. Should I wait until she finishes her divination before resolving the situation? Chapter 246. As Lin Xiao was pondering, the calm space ahead suddenly rippled slightly, and irregular squares materialized out of the ripples. The squares pieced together one by one, outlining the silhouette of a door, and with a faint buzzing sound, the door slowly opened. It worked! It finally worked! The diviner's eyes burned with a manic flame, and she screamed uncontrollably. As expected, a blood sacrifice was needed. Staring at the slowly opening door, the diviner trembled with excitement, murmuring to herself as she walked toward it. Mysterious dungeon. I knew it. This isn't a dungeon at all. It's clearly the dwelling place of a great god. Her eyes were filled with almost obsessive fanaticism, and she began walking faster and faster. Lin Xiao looked at the suddenly appearing door, feeling both excited and nervous. Forging God Mountain? Could that be the Forging God Mountain dungeon? The door fully opened, and a colossal figure appeared in front of it. Its figure was as towering as a small mountain, possessing the head and horns of a ram, with the hair on its head fluttering like flames. Its thick, rough skin looked carved from volcanic rock, and dense, messy brownish-gray fur covered its head, neck, and arms. It held a small hammer in its hand, the head of which was uneven and covered in runes, capable of striking all things in the world. Wool and a goat head. It's Old Goat. Lin Xiao was ecstatic. He hadn't expected to find Old Goat, the god of forging, so quickly. Oh, great god! I have finally seen your true form. I beg of you. Spit. Before the diviner could finish speaking, Old Goat casually spat out a mouthful of flames, and the noisy woman instantly burned into a pool of magma, without even letting out a scream. Are you the one looking for me? Old Goat's deep voice rang out, and just hearing the sound made one feel that the speaker was honest and simple. Hearing Old Goat's question, Lin Xiao was slightly surprised. You knew I was coming for you? Did the god of fun or the goddess of fate tell you? His first thought was that the god of fun had given Old Goat a heads up. No, but she inquired about my whereabouts, so I knew she had something to ask of me. Old Goat explained, looking at Lin Xiao and asking again, So, are you the one looking for me? Yes. I have a request for you, god of forging. Come inside and speak. Old Goat turned and walked in. Lin Xiao quickly passed through the door, bringing the Death Knight with him. It was a forest path lined with tall trees, and beneath these tall trees, large amounts of equipment were discarded. Lin Xiao looked over, and the information immediately surfaced. Gemma Stone Longsword. Quality, Epic. Level, 45. Vast Stone Shield. Quality, Epic. Level, 35. Krypton Gold Stone Shield. Quality, epic. Level, 65. Halua Emperor Sword. Quality, epic. Level, 100. Looking at the epic grade equipment discarded like trash, Lin Xiao was too shocked to speak. There were at least 100 pieces, including even level 100 equipment. Old, god of forging. Why is all this equipment discarded here? Old Goat glanced over and said in his deep voice, "These are all failures, so naturally, they were discarded here." Failures. Lin Xiao casually picked up an epic grade longsword, examined it carefully for a while, and checked its attributes and effects, finding no flaws whatsoever. Are they really failures? They look perfectly fine to me, Lin Xiao asked, confused. The quality is too low. It doesn't meet my standards. Lin Xiao was stunned upon hearing this. Too low quality? Is epic grade quality considered low? Then, Lin Xiao tentatively asked, God of forging, what quality do you require? Divine grade. Lin Xiao. Well, he's a god, so pursuing the divine grade is normal. You don't need to call me God of forging. Just call me Old Goat. Old Goat said. Oh, all right. Lin Xiao nodded. Looking at the ground covered in epic grade equipment, he couldn't help but ask, since these are all trash, can I help you recycle them? Old Goat glanced at Lin Xiao. Because his fur was too long, Lin Xiao couldn't see his eyes and didn't know what he was thinking. After a moment, Old Goat spoke. You may. There's no more space here, and they've crushed quite a few flowers and plants. Really? Then I won't stand on ceremony. Lin Xiao immediately summoned the Goblin King, whose Talent King's treasury instantly activated, storing all the epic grade equipment here. Warning. Stored equipment level is too high. Equipment effects/attributes cannot be triggered. Lin Xiao ignored the prompt. If they couldn't be triggered, they couldn't be triggered. He would collect all the equipment first. Seeing Lin Xiao busy, Old Goat was in no hurry to leave. He sat down on a thick tree stump and pulled out a teacup from somewhere, beginning to drink tea. Spirit birds chirped, allowing themselves to land on him as he enjoyed the peaceful afternoon. Since someone was helping him clean up, why would he be unhappy? After all, cleaning it up himself was very troublesome, and he couldn't just burn it all as that would damage the trees here. It took a full 2 hours for Lin Xiao to finish cleaning up all the epic grade equipment here. This speed was only possible thanks to the Goblin King's treasury talent. Otherwise, it would have taken much longer. The Goblin King was overjoyed. There were over 1,000 pieces of superb equipment, greatly increasing his strength, even though a large portion of the attributes couldn't be triggered. With so much epic grade equipment, the Goblin King felt emboldened. He raised his head proudly and spoke in a commanding tone. You need to upgrade my talent quickly. I need to arm my army. Chieftain. He can summon 2 goblin warriors, 2 goblin shield bearers, and 1 goblin priest. If the talent is upgraded, perhaps he could summon more goblins to fight. With the current equipment in the king's treasury, he could indeed arm a goblin army. We'll talk about that next time. I need to take care of business first. Lin Xiao immediately recalled the Goblin King back into the summoning space. With so much equipment, he actually did have that idea. Sorry to keep you waiting. It's nothing. You helped me clean up. So waiting for you is only right. Old Goat stood up, and the spirit birds that had settled on him flew away as if startled. Your trash container is quite spacious and even has a built-in suction function. This gives me a lot of inspiration. Perhaps I can forge an item specifically for collecting trash, so it won't crush the nearby flowers and trees. Old Goat stroked his beard and voiced his idea. A trash container. That's a dazzling grade talent. If the Goblin King heard that, he would probably be hopping mad and want to fight the Old Goat to the death. Chapter 247. The forest path wasn't long. At the end of the road, Lin Xiao saw a towering cave, and as soon as he got close, he could feel a scorching heat. Komein. Old Goat walked in first, then put down his hammer and temporarily lowered the flame of the forging furnace to avoid scalding Lin Xiao. He found that Lin Xiao was not very strong and could not withstand the high temperature here. Stepping into the cave, Lin Xiao felt a scorching heat rush towards him. Although it was just residual heat, it was still unbearable. In the center of the cave, a gigantic furnace coiled like an ancient beast. A special metal was melting in the roaring flames, and the spitting tongues of fire licked the furnace wall, illuminating the surroundings in a fiery red. The surrounding walls were hung with various forging tools. Giant hammers, iron tongs, bellows. The ground was piled with strange-shaped ores and metals, and even weapon blanks. In an inconspicuous corner, a brilliant blue light sword caught Lin Xiao's attention. Linglong Nether Sword. Quality: divine artifact. It's actually a divine artifact? Lin Xiao was shocked. Although he knew that Old Goat treated epic-grade equipment as trash and would definitely have higher-grade weapons, such as divine artifacts. Knowing was one thing, but seeing a divine artifact in front of him still couldn't prevent his shock. Moreover, this divine artifact seemed to be discarded in a corner as if unloved, its emanating ethereal blue light seemingly expressing dissatisfaction. Old Goat sat down on a small stool, took a sip of tea from his cup, and asked, "Fate sent you, didn't she? What can I do for you?" Only then did Lin Xiao shift his gaze from the divine artifact to Old Goat in front of him and explain the situation. "Yes, it's like this." Old Goat listened while drinking tea. When he heard that Lin Xiao had the heart of curse in his body, he only glanced at him in surprise but did not interrupt. It wasn't until Lin Xiao finished speaking that Old Goat opened his mouth. "I generally understand the situation. You want to borrow my divine oil, and afterwards, have me help you remove the heart of curse." "Yes." Lin Xiao nodded. "Lending the oil is no problem. After all, fate sent you, so I have to give her face. However, I might be powerless regarding the heart of curse in your body." Old Goat took out his teapot again, refilling his cup as he spoke. "Powerless?" Lin Xiao was stunned and quickly asked, "God of Fun said you had a way to remove the heart of curse." "God of Fun?" That's very much like her personality. Old Goat seemed to have heard an interesting appellation. "Ah." He accidentally blurted out his address for the goddess of fate. "Powerless doesn't mean I can't do it, but rather that you need to wait, you need to queue." "Queue?" "Yes." Old Goat nodded, then pointed to the giant beast-like furnace. "I am currently forging a weapon for someone else. Your heart of curse will have to wait." "I can wait," Lin Xiao said. "That's why I'm powerless. Your heart of curse has been queued for 500 years from now. Obviously, you won't live that long, so I said I was powerless." Lin Xiao. 500 years. The day lilies would have long since withered and cooled. "Can I cut in line?" "No. Everything is done according to the order." Old Goat shook his head. Lin Xiao fell silent. After a moment, he looked at Old Goat and said, "Knowing that the god of forging is obsessed with flames, can I use this flame to cut in line and deal with the heart of curse in my body first?" Saying that, Lin Xiao took out the eternal kindling flame he had obtained from the god of fire. As soon as the eternal kindling flame appeared, the flames in the cave immediately dimmed, not daring to compete with it, and even showed signs of extinguishing. Eternal kindling flame? This is the god of fire's innate flame. Old Goat looked at Lin Xiao's hand with some shock. He had once asked the god of fire to borrow fire, but she refused no matter what, which made him constantly yearn for the eternal kindling flame. Yet now, he saw the god of fire's innate flame appear in the hands of a human. She actually lent out her innate flame. It must be fate. I can't believe she would help you borrow the innate flame from the god of fire. Old Goat thought for a moment and immediately understood the reason. I can let you cut in line, but you have to lend me the eternal kindling flame for a while, so I can complete a piece of equipment. No problem. Lin Xiao agreed without hesitation. Old Goat stood up, moving like a small mountain, and then he walked into a room. Lin Xiao knew he was going to get the oil. Watching the god of forging leave, Lin Xiao's gaze involuntarily wandered around the space. Finally, his sight locked firmly onto the 4 sword cases in the cave. for sharp long swords lay within, each one extraordinary. Clearly a pinnacle work crafted with Old Goat's utmost effort. Slaying evil, Sky Dome, Chaos, Shiha. Lin Xiao saw the names of the 4 longswords, but only the names. As for their quality, it was all, and other information was even less available. However, Lin Xiao could feel that the quality of these 4 swords definitely surpassed the divine grade. It's a pity his profession wasn't a warrior. If he were a warrior, seeing these 4 swords would surely make him incredibly excited, wishing he could take them. This is the oil you wanted. Old Goat's deep voice suddenly came from behind. Lin Xiao took it, looking at the black oil in the bottle, which seemed much more ordinary than he had imagined. Be careful when using it. Don't let it get on you, otherwise, when you ignite it with the eternal kindling flame, you'll burn yourself too. Old Goat reminded him. Thank you, I'll be careful. Lin Xiao put away the oil. Now all the conditions for entering the Tower of Heaven were met. Ticket, fire, oil. Everything was ready, and he could enter the Tower of Heaven at any time. Old Goat, are these 4 swords your pinnacle works? Yes. Old Goat walked to Lin Xiao's side, proudly looking at his pinnacle works, which were also his most satisfying creations. There's still one more, the last one I've already forged halfway. It's been shelved because the flame temperature wasn't high enough, but now there's a chance to complete it. It was precisely because Lin Xiao could produce the eternal kindling flame that he agreed to let him cut in line. This way, the sword that had been shelved for 100 years could be resumed and completed. Looking at the swords in the sword cases, Lin Xiao fell into thought. Could I ask Old Goat to forge a weapon for me too? After all, weapons suitable for summoners were rare, and he still didn't have a handy weapon. Although battles were mostly fought by summoned beasts, requiring little intervention from him, but Lin Xiao felt he still needed a handy weapon. Old Goat sat back on the small stool, took out his teacup, and drank again. He looked at Lin Xiao's Death Knight and asked, Your summoned beast is using the God of Death's weapon? Your summoned beast is using the God of Death's weapon?